Guys, I have some breaking news for you, and it doesn't have to do with this truck, but the Trail Boss package. This is a new Chevy Colorado Trail Boss, but General Motors just announced their pricing and all the configurations for the new 2025 Chevy Silverado heavy duty Trail Boss. So let me go in my studio, in my office, and show you all the information. But the Trail Boss package has been very popular for Chevrolet. It includes, like in this case, really aggressive tires, a small suspension lift, a rear locking differential, but it doesn't lose any payload or towing capacity. And now they're bringing this package to the heavy duty truck. Let's go check it out. Here it is, the Chevy.com configurator. So they announced all of the specs and pricing for every Chevy Silverado 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. And this red truck, I chose it to be red. I think it looks great. So this is the new 2500 LT. So you have to get an LT Silverado crew cab with a standard bed size. So this is not an 8-footer. This is a 6'10" bed. And then on top of that, you can add the Trail Boss package. And especially in this red color, I think it looks really great. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It comes with both gas V8 or turbo diesel Duramax V8 engines. So you can choose which one you want. And you can see the tires. And we'll go over all the details coming up really soon. And also, part of this is kind of a blackout package. So as you can see, the bumpers are painted black, some of the badging and the door handles, and there's red tow hooks poking out. So if you see red tow hooks on a truck that looks like this with 20-inch wheels, then it's very likely a Trail Boss, the new Trail Boss edition. All right, so what is a Trail Boss? How much does it cost? Well, I'm not going to go over every configuration because we could be here for an hour. But of course, there's still work truck and custom. But like I said, you have to start with an LT, which starts at $57,695 before destination. Then you have some color options. You can make it blue. This is Lakeshore, blue metallic, sterling gray, summit white, and black and cypress gray. So you could pick and choose. That's a mean looking, really cool looking truck right there. All right, so you might be wondering, all right, that's the cypress gray. How does it compare to competition? What does it include? So let's go over what does it include. So in order to get a Trail Boss package, you do have to get a 20-inch high gloss black painted wheel. I'm not a huge fan of this because they also offer a 17-inch wheel or 18-inch wheels and a selection of other wheels. I would rather have an 18, something like this, and get more sidewall on the tire because Trail Boss technically, in my mind, is a combination of capability and off-roadability in one. So, but for some reason, GM decided to go with a 20-inch wheel. That's the only one you can choose for the Trail Boss. Then the tire is this. It's the BF Goodrich All-Terrain. It doesn't say exactly which spec as far as model of the tire, but its size is 275/65 R20. And if you look at the tire size calculators, it's 34.1 inches in diameter. So it's not quite a 35, but it's getting up there. So it's pretty good sized tire. Now, interior really quick. Here's what the interior looks like. So they haven't changed the interior almost any for 2025. It's basically a continuation of the heavy duty truck. You can see this is a 6-person configuration in this LT. So still a lot of usability. You can put up to 6 people into this Trail Boss truck. And you have automatic climate control, dual zone, trailer brake controller, and a nice interior. This is their latest generation of their interior. And cruise control, of course, is here, and automatic 4-wheel drive. So it has the advanced automatic transfer case with 4-wheel drive high and low. But now, Trail Boss package also includes Z71, so you get off-road suspension, hill descent control, skid plates. And that's part of this whole price that I'll show you in a second of $325. And if you might be satisfied just with this, you may skip all of the Trail Boss things. You may just select this and say, okay, I want to be done and kind of move on. And yes, that's really fair. But the news here is the new package. $3,965 is for the Trail Boss package. So it's almost $4,000. Comes with spray-on bed liner, inside a rear view auto dimming mirror, body color mirror caps. So if you select this, you can kind of select, you can see a lot of this stuff. Of course, the tires are a big part of this package, but everything else, in my view, is kind of like cosmetic or kind of utility based. So you could get a bed liner beforehand and you can get it as part of this package. Towing mirrors you can get, that's a part of this package. Right there, wheels and tires, and a special gross vehicle weight rating of 10,850. So you should still have plenty of payload and plenty of towing. It should not affect your towing capability of this 2500. Right there. So the final price with a gas engine is, it's up here, $65,625. This is gas engine. The Duramax costs about $10,200 more. So add 10K to this at least to get a diesel Trail Boss. So that's kind of how it stacks up. And GM also has the ZR2, right? So the ZR2 package is still there, and it's kind of at the top of their lineup, and you can kind of see it here. It starts at $73,095 for a gas engine, and that's before the Bison package. They also have a Bison package. And that's kind of what you get. But you get fancier shocks, you get fancy, rear selectable locker, not a G80 locker, basically. So they have a variety of packages there. Now, what is Ram doing, right? So for 2025, we don't know what the new Ram will look like yet. They haven't announced it yet. But for 2024, Ram Heavy Duty Rebel exists. It starts at $67,970. So this is actually a little bit higher price than the starting price of the Heavy Duty Trail Boss now, which was what, 65 and change. And of course, you could make this into a diesel. You could select different colors. It also comes with a 20-inch wheel. So I'm sensing a pattern here. Of course, GM, Ram, and Ford have been locked in this truck battle for decades. So if one of them does something successfully, the other ones will follow, or vice versa. And they're always trying to innovate and kind of, best each other. So Ram has been pretty successful with their heavy-duty Rebel package, and they're using Bilstein shocks on this one. And now GM is also stepping into this space as well. Ford has been in the space for quite some time. Of course, they have the FX4 package that's been there forever. For 2023 and 2024, they also have the XL off-road package. And of course, they have the Tremor. So the Tremor, I think, is the best competitor for the Trail Boss and also for the HD Rebel. But there's variations, right? This has a slightly larger, a little bit more aggressive tire on the Tremor. It does have a selectable locker. You could choose this in many different trim levels. What I'm showing you right now is an XLT. This is where the Tremor Super Duty starts. You could also get an F350 Tremor. You can also get a factory installed winch on the Tremor. So Ford is also having a lot of different choices and options. So for example, when you start with a 7.3 V8, you could select the Tremor package, which is down here. Let me see. Find Tremor, snowplow, right here, $4,375 is the price of this Tremor package. Comes with, like I said, special tires, larger tires, so it's small suspension lift. And then it also has a side step. So it actually looks quite a bit different, I think. The Trail Boss Chevy Heavy Duty, I think if it just ran by the highway next to you or the street next to you, you may not actually call it out as a Trail Boss really, really quickly. But nonetheless, so if you compare a starting price, this Ford F-250 Tremor gas V8 starts, either at $61,880 or with some incentives it can be lower, but this depends on timing and your region. So this is a pretty attractive price too. I mean, if you're looking at a base Tremor gas V8 at under 62 grand, including destination charge, that's less than that heavy duty Silverado Trail Boss, and it's also less than that Ram heavy duty Rebel. So this is how they compare. And if you're curious about some of the other trims and options on the 2025 Silverado HD, you could play around. You can go to Chevy.com and of course play around with it. They still maintain all the cab configurations, all the bed configurations, all the trim levels that were there before. It just they changed some of the colors and made some of the options either standard or introduced some new options as well, like this Trail Boss. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I really want to try this out, see if it rides differently, how it behaves, how this truck is actually performs in the real world. So stay tuned for that. I think this is coming probably soon, within a few months. And if the configurator is live, I think you can order it now at your local dealer. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.